Hello everyone, and welcome to day 7 of my winter vlog. So I did not post a video yesterday. I will include some footage from yesterday along with today's video. So it is about 12:30 p.m. January 1, 2024, and I expect it to be a very chilled and relaxing day today. I'm going to start my Wave of Change jacket and hopefully finish my On the Road Again hat. I'm not sure if I'm cooking dinner today. If I do, it's going to be something really, really simple. And yeah, so not a lot going on today, but I will check back in with you a little later once I've maybe cast on my sweater and finished my hat. So Ray decided to fix shrimp and grits for his breakfast. I wasn't in the mood for something quite that heavy, so I just opted for a piece of toast and butter and a hot cup of coffee. So I did indeed have the opportunity to cast on for my Wave of Change jacket. Of course, as soon as I was ready to cast on, Cashmere decided he wanted to sit on the pattern, and he wasn't the least bit happy that I took it from under him. But yes, I did get to cast on my Wave of Change jacket. So this is the progress I've made on my Wave of Change jacket thus far. I was able to place my markers for my raglan increases, and it's going really, really well. Later on, I decided to try on a wig that I purchased a couple of weeks ago. I finally got up the nerve to try it on, and I actually really, really like it. I'm wanting my hair to grow and needing to give it a little break, and I think that this just might be an option. What do you think? I like it. So later on, I decided to have a little light snack. Ray actually decided he wants to cook for dinner today, and I didn't want to spoil my appetite, so I just figured I'd have a tiny bite to eat. While having a little snack, I decided I would take a look at some of Meg Journal's videos on YouTube just to help me prep for Junk Journal January. Yesterday, I was able to pick out several papers and pages from my paper stash and to coordinate some sets that I thought would work really, really well for a handmade journal. And the colors I ended up going with are pinks and greens and blues. So I'm just continuing to pick out colors that I think will work really, really well with the color scheme that I chose. I'm also paying attention to the patterns to make sure that even the patterns that I choose will work well. I've acquired so much paper, so it's really good to be able to put some of it to use. So after lunch, it's now time for me to put my journal together. Yesterday, I picked out the pages, and today I just needed to cut my cover and the inside pages down to size. And now I'm just picking out the tools that I'm going to need. I'm going to need some wax thread. This was actually a kit that I picked up from Amazon, and I will try to link to it in the show notes. So I will also need some heavy-duty needles and awl to punch the holes in where the thread will go through, which will bind the book together. I thought about using this navy blue thread, but realized the color would be too stark. I'm also going to use my boning tool to help fold my papers. A couple of clips to hold the paper together always comes in handy. I thought briefly about using this colored thread, but in the end, I decided it would be best to go with a lighter color, since the pages in my journal will be relatively light. And here is my finished journal. All 100% handmade. I am by no means an expert at doing this, so I hesitated to show you the process that I use because there are quite a bit of technical mistakes with it, but it doesn't have to be perfect because it is a junk journal. If you, however, would really like to see the process, then I will consider putting a video together to show you how I made this journal. So you can see my print pages. I have some vellum pages, some tissue paper pages, some metallic paper pages. I decorated the cover, and I did the hand lettering for the title of the journal myself. I'm really, really proud of the way this looks. So we're going to backtrack to yesterday so that I can show you this amazingly delicious seafood stew that I made. So I started out with carrots, celery, and onions, tiny white potatoes, a whole jar of pasta sauce, an entire bottle of white wine. I believe this was Chardonnay. This is the $3.99 Chardonnay from Trader Joe's. So if you ever decide to make this, don't feel you have to use an expensive bottle of wine. I think I followed up with an entire carton of beef stock, 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes, a couple of tablespoons of capers, some whole crab cleaned and cut in half. These were previously steamed, so they were already cooked. And now, this is how I do all of my soups. I just decide what seasonings I want to use and just put a huge amount and then stir. In the end, I added chunks of fish and shrimp. It was amazing. All right, Ray, what's for dinner tonight?
Well, cooking crispy fish, whole crispy fish.
Crispy whole fish.
Crispy whole fish.
So this is our first time doing this.
Yep.
I feel like we've been doing more cooking than anything on these vlogs.
Crispy whole fish. And that thing of beauty?
Looks so good.
With a chili sauce.
I'm not fond of having the head on, but Ray thinks it's necessary. So we got them from the market and they cleaned them.
Yeah, they cleaned them.
And Ray seasoned them. He scored them, as you can see, and seasoned them inside. And then you put a paste on the outside too.
Put a paste on the outside.
And you see the steam coming off of them. So I'm sure it's going to be delicious. I'm going to make a quick chili sauce to go with it, and we have some rice and string beans, and that's dinner.